Yeah, so welcome back to my new video on Helm. This is going to be the part 2 of the Helm chart series. So in this tutorial, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to deploy a packaged Helm chart created on the Actifa Hub, and then we'll see how it works. So you can visit this URL, or you can Google Actifa Hub, and then it should take you to this URL. So we are going to deploy the Jupyter Notebook, and it says a Jupyter Hub brings the power of notebooks to a group of users. So if you have ever written any program in Python before, you should be familiar with Jupyter Notebooks or Jupyter Hub. So we are going to deploy this Jupyter Notebook to Kubernetes, and you just have two commands to install Jupyter Notebook. So I'm just going to copy this Helm repo add. We are going to add the Bitnami repo. So I'm going to switch to, my terminal. Okay, so currently, let's check the list of releases we have. So we only have one release from the other video. So I'm just going to I'm going to go back and copy that command. So I'm going to paste this. So as you can see, it says a Bitnami already exists. So what I'm going to do is to say, search this Bitnami repo. I'm going to say Helm repo search, and then I'm going to put it this way: search repo for Jupyter. You see, so Bitnami has one chart for Jupyter Hub with this chart version, and then the app version is 1.5.0. So I'm going to install this. So this is how you're going to install the chart. So we're going to say Helm install. We're going to call it Jupyter Hub, and then Bitnami /Jupyter Hub. Okay, so this is the chart name, the chart repo, sorry. And then this is going to be the chart name. I'm going to say enter. It's taking a couple seconds to show up. Okay, so it's done installing. So it's being deployed to the default namespace. The starter is deployed. The revision is 1. And we have some instructions. Please be patient while the chart is being deployed. Get the Jupyter Hub URL by running this information. So we can watch the status with this. So let me copy this and run it and see what we get. Okay, so it has created the Jupyter notebook for us, and it's a load balancer on this external IP. So I'm going to copy this external IP and then quit from this. And then I'm also going to export this by running this command. Okay, so if I say echo $service_IP. You see, this is the load balancer IP or the public IP address. And then I can also do this, echo this. That is going to be the Jupyter URL. Okay, so this is the Jupyter URL. And then we can also log in with the admin user below to create a notebook. So this is the admin user, which is user. And then the password, I'm going to copy all this and run this. We can get a password from the values.yaml, and then we are base decoding it. Okay, so I'm just going to run this. Let me copy it again. So I'm going to run this. So this is our password for the Jupyter Notebook. So I'm going to copy this and then go to our browser. So I'm going to create a new tab and then paste a URL in there. So it says what we should put in our user. The username is what, user. And then the password. And then the password, I'm going to paste in the password and then click on sign in. The server is starting up. Okay, so as you can see, we have a Jupyter Notebook running in Kubernetes clusters. So I'm going to create a new notebook. Yeah, so this is our new notebook. So I'm just going to print something. Print hello Jupyter Hub running on Kubernetes. Okay, so there you go. So we can also write some for loop for I in range 0 to 20. And then we print I. We print I. So yeah, so basically that is it. So this Jupyter Notebook is running on Kubernetes. So once you share this IP address and username and password with anybody, they'll be able to access the Kubernetes, the Jupyter Notebook through Kubernetes. Okay, so we can basically increase the replica sets for this notebook so that in case there's pressure on the notebook in the working environment, there wouldn't be too much load on it once we increase the number of replica sets. So basically that is it. So I'm going to do another example on how we can install MongoDB inside our Kubernetes clusters. So let's switch back to our terminal. I'm going to clear this. So if we say Helm list, so currently we have two Helm releases, the Helm demo, then the Jupyter. So we can also do this Helm search hub. Once we run this command, we're going to have access to a whole bunch of Helm charts. You can see it's a lot of them. Then we can also do Helm search repo. You see, these are a lot of stable Helm charts, and some are deprecated. So as you can see, we have Spark, we have Prometheus, all these ones are Prometheus. We have PostgreSQL. We have Kibana. There's a whole bunch of Helm chart. We have Grafana also in here. We have Airflow. We have Redis. So we have a whole bunch of, we have MySQL. We have MongoDB. So we are going to take the MongoDB one. So that's what we are going to install. We have Apache Pulsar also. We have Argo CD. Yeah, so there's a whole bunch of them here. So I'm going to install the MongoDB. I'm going to say Helm install MongoDB. Then I'm going to say bitnami / MongoDB. Yeah, so it's done installing. As you can see in the default namespace, deployed, the revision is 1. And then the chart name is MongoDB, the chart version, and then the app version. So it's giving us some instruction. This is the DNS name. So to get the root password, we run this command. So I'm going to copy and then paste. So if I run this, and then I say echo Mongo root password. So this is our password. So to connect to your database, create a MongoDB client container. Okay, so I'm going to run this command. This is going to exec into the container. So I'm going to run this. So currently we are in the container. So I'm going to run the Mongo. Then it says, oh, then run the following command. So I'm going to copy and run this command. So now, as you can see, the terminal has changed to admin because it's using the admin, the default admin. Okay, so this is the host. This is the authentication DB, which is the admin. The user is root, and then the password is this one. Okay, so you can also connect to your database from outside the cluster. Then you need to execute this if you want to access the Mongo database outside the cluster. You just need to run this command, and then it's going to port forward the MongoDB to your local. So if I say show databases, so currently, as you see, we have 3 default databases. So if I say use, let's say app demo, and then I say db.stack.insert Then if I say age is 40, and then height is 168. If I run this, it says what? Acknowledge true, and then it inspected this. Okay, so I can say db.stack.find everything pretty. Okay, you see, this is the result. It's a list. Okay, so if I insert another one, let's say this time it is 9/8, and then the age is 140. So if I now check everything, you see, we have 2 objects in there, or 2 records in there. Okay. Okay, so basically that is it. This is how you can create MongoDB with Helm charts, which is very easy. Else you would have gone for the image, which image to use, and all that from Docker Hub and things like that. But Helm chart makes it very easy for you to create so many things very fast. And I hope you can explore more on this Helm chart. It's very helpful. And I wish you all the best in learning Helm charts. So I'm going to exit everything, and then I'm going to say Helm list. So as you can see, currently we have MongoDB, Jupyter Notebook, and then the Helm demo. And you can see the charts versions and then the app versions. Okay, so thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and share the video. Also subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.